Hey guys, it's me Eric. Welcome to the Posted Podcast. I'm here joined with my co-hosts Andy, Daniel, and Nick.
Hello.
Hello.
And today we have brought on our first special guest on the Posted Podcast. He's a close friend of ours, and his name is Neely.
Hi guys.
So today we'll be talking about social media, more specifically TikTok trends, and how to safely distinguish who is a good influencer to follow and being respectful on social media as a whole. So you guys have the article. So first of all, I'm going to go through the updated most dangerous, foolish, mean TikTok trends and challenges. So to start off, we have the milk crate challenge. You guys probably know about this one. It's like you create a stair formation and like you climb to the top. It says the challenge sounds simple enough, but I mean I've seen plenty of videos of people falling off and hurting themselves. I don't know what you guys think about it.
I saw like a couple videos on it, and I saw a video where it was basically a gender reveal.
Oh no! I don't know how
on
that goes.
with the milk crate challenge. So basically, what they did was like they had like on the top of the milk crate, they like put like a box. And then basically they had to like climb up it, and then they had to grab the box to see what gender it is.
Oh yeah, I can't see how this goes bad at all.
And then, well, as you would expect, they failed.
Yeah, sounds about
The
right.
whole thing collapsed, and yeah, it wasn't. I'm pretty sure the guy got like really injured.
I mean,
Yeah.
So according to this article, it's saying that injuries can include broken wrists, shoulder dislocations, ACL, and meniscus tears, as well as life-threatening conditions like spinal cord injuries. Jeez.
Oh God.
That does not sound worth it.
Indeed.
Okay, so next we have the baby swing. Okay, so honestly, the milk crate challenge was one of the most innocent ones on this list, if I'm being honest.
I think the list gets from from the least to the worst.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, so next we have the baby swing challenge.
We're not throwing babies. It's just
No, it's random adults
YouTube.
going into little baby swings and getting themselves stuck.
Sounds fun.
Neely, maybe you should try this one too. You already tried the salt
No.
challenge.
I didn't. No, okay.
I mean, what are you exposing?
Okay.
We're
Okay, no, I'll
meant to
cut
go
that out.
against. We're meant to go against the trend.
I know,
you
no. I'll cut it out. Okay, so the baby swing challenge. It's like a bunch of idiots just like getting in baby swings, even though they're too big for it, and it's kind of wasting government money, considering like you have to get firemen to come over and get them out.
Yeah.
It just seems like a lot of waste. I mean, people complain about waste of taxes with a bunch of people getting jobs and stuff. I mean, imagine how much money is being wasted here just doing these dumb trends.
Fixing the dumb trend.
Yeah.
They clearly need to be fixed. So in the UK, emergency calls have doubled over the last year for the baby swing challenge. This craze is definitely to blame for an increase in emergency calls, said a firefighter to The Sun. They said the firefighter said we have better things to do than cutting teenagers out of swings who think it's a laugh. I agree with him on this one. It's not funny.
Definitely.
It's dumb, and it's a waste of time and money.
Like, imagine it's just like they have an actual emergency, but they are busy deployed just trying to cut off.
Yeah, that would just be good. Some people will die because
Exactly.
the firefighters are going to get some person out of a baby swing while people are stuck in a burning building.
Yeah.
You know what this reminds me of though?
What does it remind you of?
Like this reminds me of that time when a man cemented his head into a microwave.
Oh yeah,
What?
that was a dumb thing. There was a video of a
What?
guy who cemented his head in a microwave.
If you just Google it, you'll find it.
Yeah, it's
Somewhere.
it's a dumb video.
Why? What reason? I mean,
Is the microwave on?
No, it's off.
If
he
it
could- he
was
definitely
on,
could have
it
died.
would just burn his head. Goodness.
Oh yeah, he would have died after like, is it 2 minutes? I think you die after 2
He
minutes in a
almost
microwave.
suffocated.
Yeah, it's really because it just boils the water molecule.
Yeah.
it took an hour to free him from it.
Well, yeah, it's
Right.
cement. They can't just hit it with a hammer.
It's gonna hurt his head.
Okay, well, so next on our dumb list of TikTok challenges be the dry scoop challenge. So it involves taking a scoop of pre-workout powder before exercising. So you're supposed to put these powders in water, but TikTokers are just gulping down spoonfuls of this stuff completely dry. Okay. As you probably already know, there's gonna be issues with this, like choking on the powder, coughing it up.
Wasn't this kind of like the cinnamon challenge where they just like
Yeah.
powder?
Yeah.
Like- The problem is just putting a mouthful with like no space to breathe and like actually choking. Yeah, it's a big waste if you do it wrong. Also.
So apparently, I'm not gonna name this person, but someone had a heart attack because of this challenge. Yeah, that's, I feel bad for her, but that's kind of on her.
That is fair.
Yeah,
That is
there's
very
no
fair.
one to
If
blame.
you don't
but
want to
her
end up
own-
in the hospital, don't be a moron. Of course, I understand making mistakes. I did some idiot things like dropping a glass and all that stuff, but if you're purposely doing challenges and eating raw powder when it's not meant to be eaten, you're clearly doing something wrong. Like, you're not
That's so
supposed to be
true.
doing that stuff. I think it says on the the little container, don't eat this raw. I'm pretty sure it says add it to water. So, like, just follow the instructions, people. Learn to read. We need more literate people in this world. Okay, so next on our list we have
Very,
the
very
Scout.
empathetic of you, Eric. Very empathetic.
Hey, look, I'm being as empathetic as I can be. Okay, these people, they're just being bad influences on this platform. Like, it's not something that should be allowed. It should have been banned a long time ago because it's just influencing little kids to do stuff that they shouldn't be doing.
Unfortunately, people with like problems such as that would say they are just diminishing their rights. It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
they just
definitely.
don't care for their safety. Like it depends on the people. It does not apply to everyone. It can be like a group of people, but like we have seen like on large scales that they don't really care. Like many of them don't care for
Their own.
their safety.
Yeah.
Mm.
Even though
Because
they
they
probably have
prefer
loved
freedom.
ones that care for them. I mean, they're not taking into account that. They're just taking into account, oh, I'm going to get good clicks. I'm going to get views on this. I'm going to get likes. Even though they should be
That's true.
considering their own safety over that.
Or like safety of others because like other passerbys just get injured.
Yeah.
Depending
We'll
on the
talk about
challenge.
this we're going to discuss this more in detail. But
Mm.
we're just going to
Right.
go through some, I'll go through some of the trends. I won't go through all of them. I'll go through the bad ones. So, this one happened in our school a while ago. It's called the
Yes.
Blackout
I
Challenge.
think 2 years ago.
2
was
years
it?
ago, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really didn't end well.
No, I did not.
So it's like a choking game. So it
Choking?
involves cutting off one's air supply until the point of unconsciousness.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand how it can be safe in any way. It's
Wait.
Not. I think 2 students in our school
Yeah.
passed out from it.
Mm.
But I just don't get it.
Wait, can you say that again?
Which one? The choking
The
game?
challenge.
Oh, so it
yeah.
involves cutting off one's air supply until the point of unconsciousness. It's called the Blackout Challenge.
Oh yeah, wasn't there a 9-year-old who died from it or something?
No, a 10-year-old. Yeah, she died
Oh,
recently.
God.
And a 12-year-old and a 13-year-old. And back in 1995, 82 children died playing the game.
Oh.
1995, 2007.
1995 to
That's an old
2007, 82 children died playing the game. An old trend.
It was.
80.
I think back when our parents were like in school. I think that's when it was popular.
Mm.
Yeah. Which was back then. I guess they didn't know,
Yeah.
which was
yeah.
like reasonable because like it's not like basically they don't have social media to tell them, hey, this is gonna kill you if you do it correctly.
Yep.
And so like it's reasonable. I think that's why there were like a lot of deaths back then. Still, it's sad to see like it being back. And
Yeah, I
like
don't think it should
a
have come
trend,
back.
I guess.
It really
Yeah.
shouldn't
Yeah.
have. But people will do anything for likes.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, if you cut off your air and you pass out, depending on the time,
You could get brain
You-
damage.
you
Yeah.
you can like be really dumb after like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Actually, no,
you will have
yeah.
severe brain damage after. I think actually after 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, 3 minutes. I don't know what's the
That's
length that
in
you
water
died.
though, I believe. So I'm not 100% certain,
Really?
but yeah, it's a really dumb thing to do. We're not condoning any of these, by the way, none at all. We're trying to tell you not to do these challenges, and we're trying to lead you in the right direction of who to follow, because clearly the people that are doing these challenges are not someone you should be following.
And there's a lot who does it, which is very
There are
sad.
plenty. There's other platforms other than TikTok that's doing this, but TikTok seems like the fastest trend, like production. You know, so many trends come out every day, and a lot of them are dumb. Some of them might be harmless. Some of them might even be good, but we're just focusing on the negatives because we want to lead people away from that. So I think this is the worst one personally. Well, maybe. This is one of the worst ones. The Benadryl challenge. So it's the idea of overdosing on Benadryl. Benadryl is seriously no joke. So they would take dozens of Benadryl. You're supposed to take 2, I believe. And
One or
that's
two,
the
I
maximum
believe.
you're supposed to take. And
Yeah.
taking these causes hallucinations, seizures, heart rate, and can trigger arrhythmias. I believe some people died.
I would presume.
I think
people
I
would've
saw
died.
an article way back when it was popular that a bunch of people
Mhm.
died from this challenge, and honestly, I think that's kind of unacceptable. I don't think that shouldn't even come out in the first place. Messing with pharmaceutical drugs, that's just wrong, abusive. This is why they have
Yeah, but-
child locks on stuff.
You
It's
ever
like-
just wonder, like,
Yeah.
like if you think about it, have you ever just wondered why people come on these trends? Like, you just sit down and think. Maybe
Yeah, if
just
they really thought this through and thought about the cost and the reward for this,
something does not balance out.
It doesn't.
obviously.
Probably a lot of them think it's like trendy and viral because like they pull off such an like very daring feat as they would view it as.
I mean, they are, but I mean, at the same time, it's just like, why? I wouldn't risk my life to do any of these challenges.
It's very,
Maybe some people don't think this way, but I think my life is more valuable than that, than to be wasted away by doing a stupid Benadryl challenge just for views. Even though I could work on mental health and work on valuing my life more, of course, I think at least all of us should value our lives more than this.
Mhm.
And if you think about doing these challenges, maybe talk to someone like your parents
Definitely.
or a guardian, someone that maybe even a teacher or your friends. If your friends say it's a good idea, then maybe they shouldn't be your friends.
Definitely.
But if they're trying to help you out, then definitely keep them around and just don't do the challenge. Period. Neely, what do you think about this? Considering you are a special guest, want to get your input?
Well, I mean, there's obviously like one big thing that people want out of these TikTok trends, and it's internet fame.
Yeah.
Like, it's a thing that it's a thing that like everyone's sort of chasing, and I'm gonna say it like it's kind of like a disease right now,
Yeah.
because I've seen people going on the news about this, and people have died because of these challenges and internet pranks, or
Yeah.
people have also gone to prison, and and people are feeding off of it as well, because the internet influences a lot of what we do in our everyday life.
The issue with a lot of these
Yeah.
challenges is mostly younger kids that are watching these.
It's true.
Like, I'm not watching this stuff because I don't find it entertaining. I don't find anything. But younger kids generally are more drawn to more views, more popping stuff that pops out. That's why you'll see a lot of clickbait on a lot of videos. But challenges like these really like bring out younger views, younger generations, because like, oh wow, you can do that. Wow, that's something interesting. And the issue with that is that's giving them a platform. That's giving them an idea that, and they aren't developed enough to decide whether that's to decide cognitively if that's the thing they should be doing. The development is
Also-
not high enough. Yeah, continue.
So it's like in regards to Neely saying about fame.
Yeah.
So the thing is, because a lot of people really goes for fame, it's like it's pretty worthless because I'm pretty sure there were like 2 or 3 popular. I mean, a lot more, but there were famous TikTokers who just quit completely because they're not famous anymore, or they just don't earn, and their life has been wasted away. Like because many of them do as a job.
Mm-hmm.
If they do it as a full-time job, it's not stable, especially
Yeah,
when it fluctuates.
that is an issue with social media. There's not really much job stability with a lot of the platforms.
That's
I
true.
think TikTok has one of the worst stabilities when it comes to social media. YouTube, I think you have a better chance because you overall have to get more growth, and it takes a lot longer to get that growth. But you're more likely to hold on to your audience longer than a 5-second clip of just some random. You get a bunch of views, and then the next one you might post another clip, and you might get none.
Because YouTube, like, since it's a like a usually like a 20-minute to like 30-minute video,
Yeah.
and depending on channels and depending on content, it changes. But like definitely like YouTube, people people who are usually successful in YouTube, I would say, tend to start like early, pretty
Yeah.
much, and basically they don't. From what I've seen recently, like people like that have like a lot of like views or like things like that, or like
Mm-hmm.
people who became popular, they consistently uploaded w- like videos and content every day and for like the past like 3 to 4 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that makes me think that it's like um TikTok especially is scary. Like some people definitely like Charlie D'Amelio and things like that. People like that have like definitely gotten famous over TikTok,
Yeah, they
but
have.
it's
Yeah.
also like it, people can get like muddled, I guess, from like too much like of the same trend. If that
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
agree with that.
Cause like let's say like let's say for example like one of the trends was like let's see, let's find one from here, like the Benadryl challenge, overdosing on Benadryl.
Yeah.
um that one, sure, the probably the very first person, we probably can't find the very first clip of someone doing
No,
that.
definitely not.
Yeah, because there's so many so many people who've done the same thing, and the same content makes it like kind of like muddled up in like the social media platform, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's one thing I do prefer about YouTube is you will have repetition. Like for example, same YouTubers will hit different games or talk about same issues, but they will have their different opinion.
Mm.
With trends and challenges, it's going to be almost the same. It's going to be almost the same ish. It's going to be almost the same thing every time. If you're overdosing on Benadryl, you're more likely to have blackouts, hallucinations, more likely to get closer to death. So more likely people will have the same outlook or same way of looking at it instead of having a different opinion on it, and it will just create the same content over and over again, repetition just constantly.
Mm.
It's exhausting content because you just get maybe millions of people doing this challenge. Many of them won't even get seen, and some of them may even die without getting seen in the first place.
That's true.
Oh,
Very
this
true.
reminds me of this one YouTuber.
Yeah.
He posted one video of Dream doing the boat crafting and then clutching thing,
Yeah.
and even Dream commented it was famous. But then later in his videos, he mentioned that he's not going to do like Dream dedicated videos because he explained how like once like repetition happens, like many of the Dream fan channels have, they will start to lose interest, and there's not going to be helpful over time.
Yeah.
Because like
Mm.
what they will expect him to make is just Dream content, but then eventually he's not going to be the best anymore.
Yeah.
Like
I
sure,
mean,
right now you would, but
Well.
like
I mean,
Yeah.
empires fall, and so no one can really stay forever.
Wow.
Such as like, well, they could. They couldn't.
PewDiePie's done it.
Yeah, he has done it, but
He
I don't
will. He
know.
will
Things
fall
will
eventually.
happen
He will go down eventually.
eventually.
I think
yeah.
he will. I don't think he'll go down because of his content. I think he'll resign himself.
Yeah,
He's
I
like
think he
tired.
might. I
Well,
don't know
I'm not
about it.
saying
It's
that they're
like,
not going to be the worst. Like they're not going to become the worst, but
They'll
people will
become
not be
more
interested.
irrelevant. They'll become
Yeah,
less
they're not
relevant
going to
than
be
what they were.
interested.
Yeah.
And so the application of this on TikTok is much faster because of how short the clips are
Yeah.
and how unstable it is. Like just like you mentioned, the trends like it fluctuates, it changes, and you just get more repetition.
Yeah. Which I think is kind of an issue. I don't mind short clips, but there's a lot of issues with speed. For example, in like a lot of countries, there's things such as fast fashion, which is it's an example of like TikTok because I mean fast fashion is it's fun and it's interesting, but the issue is there's so many issues it causes. We're not taking into
Mainly-
consideration the amount of like people that are suffering from fast fashion because they're developing these clothes and they're not making any profit from this, and we're also having issues with our planet. We'll probably talk about that later on, but that is an example of like TikTok because things are moving so quickly, and some people just aren't getting the credibility they deserve. Some people aren't getting maybe their original idea was taken from them. That's kind of an issue, but at the same time, if you're having an original idea such as the Benadryl challenge, don't do that. That shouldn't be on TikTok in the first place. But yeah, there's just so many issues with this. So much new content coming out that it's hard to regulate it, which I think is an issue that TikTok has struggled to contain. With YouTube, it's a lot easier because the videos come out slower and they're a lot longer. And as soon as a video picks up many views and you know it's controversial, it's going down. With TikTok, as one gets controversial, another one might pop up, and another one, and another one, and another one. You never know.
I can agree with that definitely.
Definitely.
Daniel, but Nick, you continue.
Oh, right.
I was just gonna ask your opinion on it, Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel.
Yeah, I
Any
can
thoughts?
agree with the repetition of clips will get really boring really quick. Like I can't watch the same thing like 3 times. Like at most I probably can watch the same thing 3 times and I'll just get bored of it. Like
Mm.
I also think that if you're getting famous for like a one-off thing, then you're probably not actually getting famous. Like
No.
to get fame, you have to work hard from from nothing to something. Like every other famous person has done, like every actor or in this case YouTuber.
Yeah. They
Like
started
if you
really
got
simply.
you got famous from like a TikTok trend, for example. Let's say I don't know. Yeah, it's one like okay. I'll just talk about another trend that I've like recently watched someone talk about. It's called like the devious licks, where
Oh
they
yeah, the devious
literally
legs. Yeah.
they literally steal stuff from school.
Yeah.
I think it's like if you get famous because of that, and you're known as the person who stole stuff from school.
That's not
I
really
don't
something
think
you
I
would
don't
want to
think
be famous over.
yeah I don't think your future prospects will look good.
Yeah.
over
And you did
something.
one thing. What do you do after that? Steal more crap? It's gonna get boring after a while. Nobody's gonna want to watch that. And eventually, once you get caught, you're going to prison. And was it really worth it? Because you stole a hand dryer from your school.
Mm.
And then you have to consider like what the school would have to do. Like they have to pay for all of this. They have to
Yeah, you
be
do.
like- yeah.
You have to pay, or you have to probably probation.
Mhm.
And a lot of consequences are coming with school. Like I was watching a video from Moist Critical, and I believe he's talking about how this issue is causing issues for the school itself. Like they have to have security follow you every time you want to go to the bathroom, and only certain times you can go to the bathroom. So it's not only punishing the school; it's punishing the students in your school, your
Yeah,
classmates.
even the people who are not participating.
Yeah, and it's kind of unfair. That's like that one kid who asks, "Hey, what about the homework?" And then everyone else suffers because they didn't do the homework, and you have to give in your homework to the teacher.
I think it's just you. No, one who doesn't
No,
do
I've
homework.
seen that happen before. Okay, It
That's
wasn't
so
just me.
true.
I'm just
Daniel, it's just because
concerned
you're a good
about the
student.
security guard.
No, but yeah, you have to have someone following you to the bathroom every single time. It's just ridiculous.
like I'm concerned about the security guard. He is like, imagine him having a job to follow this kid. It was really annoying.
Yeah.
So. It's
And
like,
I
why
don't
is
get
my life like
why
this?
that challenge became a thing. You're literally stealing from school property. Thank God that challenge doesn't happen in our school.
Yeah.
The only thing I would
Yeah.
ever steal is a pencil, and it'd be by accident.
Oh my goodness! It's like
Accidentally
2
stealing
days
a
ago, I
pencil.
accidentally stole a green pen from math classroom. Returned it later.
I think all of us have taken probably something from a classroom by accident.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I stole a couple of red or green pens from Miss Holden.
We're not condoning this. It's just accidental
too.
things that have
Yeah.
happened. You when you get given something you accidentally put in your pencil case, you forget about it for a few days. But yeah,
Definitely
there's a lot of
happens
challenges that are dumb. Do we want to go over any more challenges, or have we heard enough?
Is there
We've
any
heard a
other
lot of
challenges
these
that
ones.
might be
There's-
like
Really dumb?
extra
Oh
dumb?
yeah, I've got one.
Which one?
Coronavirus challenge.
Ah, yes.
Oh my god.
So the coronavirus challenge had almost 100 million views on TikTok, and nearly a year later, it has 3.1 billion views. That is hard to comprehend.
Not that much.
God.
Nearly that is
Not
nearly,
that
that
much.
that is more views than actually has it.
3.1 billion.
That's
so
quite
that's
a few.
around half the population.
Yeah, that is a lot of
Less,
views.
yeah.
And it's just for licking. I think there was a video of this girl licking a toilet seat on the airplane. I'm pretty sure that was where it came from. I'm pretty sure she got in trouble, and I think she did get coronavirus, but it was such a dumb challenge.
It's like concern here is that not only it's just about a coronavirus. It's like the number of people who sat there and
Yeah,
actually used it. It's
you
like,
might not even
it's
get
a
just get corona.
sanitary problem.
I mean, you can get STDs from bodily contact, can't you?
yeah, I'm pretty sure you could.
So she could have
Um,
potentially gotten an STD from that.
Yeah.
And then if it's like not like cleaned regularly, it's like it will have horrible effects. to
So
your
many
stomach,
germs.
and
And
you
also,
will
she's not
die.
taking in consideration if she does get corona. What about all the people on the plane? The amount
Yeah.
of traveling that happens on a day-to-day basis is insane. The people on the plane, that could spread from one person to maybe 100, and that 100 person could spread to 1,000, and that 1,000 could spread to 1,000,000. It could just happen because of the amount of transport people do, the amount of families, everything. I mean, if you let's say you take it to your family. Your family has some kids in their family. The kids go to school. They give everyone in that school coronavirus. Then the parents get the coronavirus. Let's say they go on vacation without knowing they have coronavirus. Then they give their grandparents coronavirus. Those grandparents are at higher risk because they're elders. It's just a dumb challenge in the first place. This is how corona started out, through the spread, because someone gave another person coronavirus and they started traveling across the world. So trying to get coronavirus intentionally just seems like a risk you shouldn't be taking. Especially for some
Especially-
stupid views.
It's like
Definitely.
also because like other lives are at stake, and
Yeah.
it's just not funny.
Oh, I have another one that could be equally as bad.
Which one?
Oh,
Um,
no.
Hyaluronic acid injections.
Oh, I saw that one.
Yeah. So injecting I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but hyaluronic acid into their skin have appeared on TikTok. So the American Society for Dermatologic Surgery Association have warned TikTok users from trying the procedure, obviously because it's such a dumb procedure. I'm just gonna look up what this acid does because I'm sure it's actually pretty bad for you.
Oh no.
So it's a clear, gooey substance that is naturally produced by your body. The largest amounts are found in your skin, connective tissue, and eyes. It's to retain water and keep your tissues well lubricated and moist. Hyaluronic acid has a variety of uses. But I'm sure injecting this into yourself can't be helpful. If it's produced by your skin, there's only a certain amount that's supposed to be there. That's like, let's say you eat a bit of sugar, and then you dump a gallon of sugar into your mouth. You're not supposed to be doing that. You're gonna get diabetes real fast.
Yeah. Oh god. It's
Well, this-
sad that people do these challenges for like views on the internet.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is. It's really like sad they're that kind of desperate to find those views.
You gotta question whether they actually value anything in their life if they're willing to do this.
Mm.
Because like the thing is, them actually injecting things, it's like there's like a lot of factors put into it
Yeah.
that probably would lead to them like not only not valuing their lives,
Well, yeah.
like probably
yeah.
also depression, just wants to be something. It's like tried something, but their effort was not enough to satisfy themselves and their purpose.
Well, we might be able to go back from when they were childhood, because there is a lot of things that you do learn when you're a child, like having good role models, trying to be respectful to society. I think maybe these people might have not had good role models in their life. Someone who told them they were good enough. Maybe they had people that were putting them down in life, and that's not something that we should condone. I think if you're a parent or a guardian, you should make your child feel wanted, needed, loved. I think that's generally the best thing for their mental health. And a lot of these people who are doing these challenges may not feel that way, considering that they have such low value for their life and other people's lives, which I think is something we might need to fix in our society.
And also, like, even if you're just a regular person who is like normal, who's loved, who has all the things, it's like, and you're just doing TikTok,
Yeah.
the problem with it is just being addicted.
Yeah.
And then the fact that you might actually end up doing it because you're like intrigued and you're
Yeah.
wondering if you can do. And
Yeah, if you like see other people's content, you wondering if you can do that too, and you start posting on it.
and
like
then
influence.
also comes back to competition,
Yeah.
as like literally different influencers who would want to be more famous than the
Yeah,
other.
yeah, yeah. I think that also links to choosing whether who you're watching is a good influencer. So, like for example, if let's say I watch PewDiePie. Originally he may not have been the best role model, but I think as he's aged and matured, he's become quite a good person. He's donated to many charities. I think choosing someone like that as a role model is a good decision because he can teach you life lessons that you should be using later in life. Maybe he's kind of mean at some points, but that's good. So, I mean, choosing good role models is a key to your future, I think, because who you choose to be a part of your life doesn't necessarily define who you are, but it defines maybe who you want to hang out with later on, who you want to be. It's something that you need to be taken seriously.
It defines who you want to be with, the good
Yeah.
people.
Do you want to surround yourself with good people? Do you want to surround yourself with bad people? You choose who you want to surround yourself with. I mean, there are situations where you're forced, but most of the time you choose who you want to be with. And even if you are forced in those situations, even if it affects you negatively, I think seeking help and maybe talking to someone could help you out later in life. But also, I definitely think taking a break from social media is something that can positively impact mental health. I mean, considering the amount of time people spend on social media, there's proof that it's not necessarily good for you, especially when you're trying to sleep. We talked about this before.
I think.
I think we did. We talked about blue light and a bunch of other stuff. But getting on social media, it can impact you and influence you to do things that may negatively impact you or other people. And I think taking a break from it may be good for you. I mean, maybe read a book, go on a hike. These things generally give they will stimulate your brain and make you feel better. Generally, like if you work out afterwards, you're gonna feel great. You're gonna feel like you accomplished something. If you're just doing a TikTok trend, you're not gonna. Maybe you'll see those views and you'll be happy, but at the end of the day, you're not gonna be happy with yourself because you just influenced a bunch of kids to do some bad TikTok challenges. Some of them may die, in fact. So, what's the point?
I mean, I don't think anyone is I mean, I'll play devil's advocate for a while, but I mean, one side I don't think many people consider like why people would do this. I think is that due to like pressure, like from followers or something. Because let's say they did get famous from one trend that they followed, and they got like let's say what millions of views, and they got like hundred thousands of followers. Then if they don't follow on the latest trend, then they wouldn't retain this follower gap thing.
That's
So
true.
they would probably try to jump on the latest trend, so
Yeah,
more
that's a
yeah
fair
to get
point.
more people to watch it.
Yeah, it's
Which-
all about chasing those views. All about
Mm.
chasing those views. we're not chasing any views. In case any of you can tell, we're we don't really we watch our views. We watch our view count. It doesn't necessarily mean too much to us. We like that people are watching our stuff. We just want to know. We want to know feedback. We want to know what we're doing is correct. I think I can speak for us in this. Do you guys want to know feedback on whether what we're doing
definitely.
is helping?
Helping or like somewhat like interesting things, topics, even topics you guys want us to talk about could be nice.
Yeah, because we're not. We may say some stuff that's inappropriate at times. We're still learning what's right and wrong. We don't know everything, and maybe some input from an audience could help us with that because we want to do better. We don't necessarily want to become these people who do these trends and all that stuff. But we want to do better. We want to help. We want to help you guys do better. I'll probably put some links to these. I'll probably put some links to talking to family members and what to talk about, and maybe I'll put a link to some like a number for suicide hotline in case you're feeling really depressed. Because I mean, if you are, please feel free to call suicide hotline. I don't know. Should I put that in, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just in case.
Just in case.
It also depends on the location.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, comment down below if you want to point us out like inaccurate information or just
Yeah, if you're doing anything
you want us to
wrong,
know.
if you're doing anything wrong, please let us know. Please try and be a little bit respectful. We do have feelings. Don't just be kind of rude about it, because I mean you can be. We'll still read it and we'll probably think about it, but we generally prefer positive feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you need help, feel free to email us. Potentially, I can give you links to stuff. I do check.
And so, like with the topic of depression, so it's like with this social media, it's like we are like very connected and it's really good. But well, like with the news, if you regular watch news,
yeah.
you will feel depressed because, like, first of all, the number of things that's been happening in the world and a lot of like tensions,
Yeah. There's a ton of
and
tension.
just like controversies, and second of all, the problem with like the thing about like news, what's it called, news companies and stuff, they will put out like it's like things that is like not ordinary. It's
Yeah.
like any like bad things that happen, they will of course report it.
Yeah.
That's like important.
That's their
thing.
job. That's what they're meant to do.
It's their job, and because of that, you will only get a lot of negative things with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Neely,
you
we
will
haven't
have
heard
to
from
miss-
you in a little while. What do you think?
No, I'm alive, bro. I'm just listening.
Okay.
Really not much
No,
Yeah.
add
you-
to. So.
okay, that's fair. That's a fair point. You don't have to. Yeah, it's fine. There's also the issue with now that we're communicating so easily and everything's so easy. It's a lot easier to feel like an outcast if you have nobody to
Yeah.
talk to, if you have no friends, because you know that so many people are interconnected. That maybe you feel that you're alone in this world, even though, hey, you got us. We're here.
Yeah.
We're talking in your
Email
ears. Email us. If you're cool.
Do whatever.
Yeah. Just
I would be kind of scared if you found our phone numbers and our location, but you
please
know,
don't. We
if you need
prefer
help,
not.
do what you have to do.
Yeah. Please don't call me at 12 a.m. I will be watching YouTube.
Alright.
Sounds like a
We
challenge,
talked
Eric.
about this.
Okay, I most likely actually will be studying. I actually have been studying. So
Have you, Eric?
I have.
That's cap.
It's just no.
That's cap.
Neely, it's not cap. It is not cap. No, wait, no. I actually studied for 5 hours for my math exam. I still failed it, but I did
Oh.
well.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I studied for
okay,
5 hours.
Okay, Eric.
The only
Okay.
reason I didn't do good on it is because I didn't understand the calculator. I don't know how to
You
use
had
that stupid
you had 2
calculator.
days. You had
Yeah,
2
2
days.
days.
You had 2 days to learn
Yeah,
how
but
to
I had
use it.
so much to do.
And the thing
As
is,
soon
the
as I get
problem
home, I'm
with the
exhausted.
graphing calculator is that you don't know which things to do.
I don't
Especially
know how to
for you.
input a bunch of crap. It's anyways, we're getting a little off topic here, but yeah,
Yes.
school is we're trying. We do IB and I wouldn't recommend it, but it's good. It's not
It's
fun, but
harder.
it's hard and it's challenging and it'll make you feel exhausted.
Actually,
But-
it's really hard, but it's like so far, even if it's just our first term, it's really been helping.
It has. It's
And
actually
so-
I've gotten significantly better at
Like,
my
I'm
subjects.
surprised about myself.
I mean, to be
Definitely.
fair, last year was a really bad year.
That's true.
Yeah,
Last year
Compared
we had
to
the
like
corona issue.
last year, yeah.
change happens so quick.
Just like TikTok.
Yeah.
Gotta link those
TikTok.
points, man. Gotta link those points.
Gotta link them.
That's how you get a good grade in TOK. So we talked about like a lot of these issues, but so we talked about these challenges now, but we haven't gone in full depth of why these challenges are bad. Well, we haven't gone fully in depth. So what else? What other examples can you guys give of why you think these challenges are bad?
I mean, I think that definitely the biggest thing is like physical health and mental health,
Yeah.
and, like things like that.
Mm.
Just obvious things like that are like out there, like so many physically injured people and
Yeah.
things like that.
Such as like the milk box challenge.
Milk
people getting hurt.
box, Blackout.
We also haven't talked about gender reveals. That's kind of a thing on TikTok. I don't know if it's a trend. I mean, it's a trend.
It was a trend.
To an
yeah.
extent, yes, it is a trend.
And obviously, if you don't know the news of last year, there was a huge California fire caused by the gender reveal party, and there was a plane crash from a gender reveal party. 2 people died, and there's a bunch of other issues. But so recently, some good news: the people who started that California fire are getting sued
Well,
for the death
I
of
mean,
a firefighter.
problem
And
it's bad
other
news for
people.
them, but good news for the rest of the
Yeah,
population. probably.
what they did actually killed, I think, a firefighter,
Mm.
and
Oh.
that wasted so much money, so much time, and a life for what
Like-
you wanted to reveal what your child's gender was.
like that firefighter had a family.
Yeah, he may have wanted to do his own gender reveal party with balloons, but you had to be a psycho, Deborah. Anyways,
And so it's like, even like, yes, I have also been using TikTok before, but it's like, even if you're like doing things not because of viral things, like just
Yeah.
a normal person, it's like maybe you just want some, memes or information.
yeah, I
it's
don't think
not
there's any issue going on
always-
TikTok.
It's like, it's not always accurate terms of information. A lot of professionals, like a psychologist, have been, or like actual pilots have been like criticizing or like just explaining how they're wrong. And so it's like, for example, how to survive a plane crash. It's like, put your legs up, which is wrong because it's a faster way to get your spine broken and your legs broken.
Yeah,
And
that's one
like,
issue.
that's like the problem with the misinformation. And
Misinformation
just
spreads so fast on TikTok.
just because it's like new, it's like, whoa, I haven't thought of this before. But it's like, it's just the problem with spreading like misinformation, and it actually is being believed by
Yeah.
people because they're famous,
yeah, and
is a problem.
there's also like I don't know if you guys seen these Minecraft memes where like they're just using mods and they're trying to show you tricks that you can do in Minecraft even though they're not actually in Minecraft. They're just
Vanilla.
mods. Yeah, it's just vanilla Minecraft, and they're trying to show you. It's just clickbait for views, and that's another example of it's not as severe as someone getting their spine broken because of a plane crash, but I think the spread of misinformation it should be looked down upon. Even if it's something as trivial as Minecraft, unless you're obviously just memeing it, making it seem comedic.
Unless you tell your
Yeah.
the audience that it is what it like, for example, it's like, oh, I've used this mod, it's this mod.
Yeah. If you're
Just
just making like
clarify.
a spoof, you're making a joke, and then at the end you're like, this is the mod I used to make this joke or something. That's fine, but if you're just trying to spread misinformation, if you're trying to tell people that putting your legs up instead of like using whatever
proper procedures to survive a plane crash.
yeah, then you're not a great person. Especially for the plane crash one, because that's actually involving people's lives.
Yeah, even if it is done rarely, like people will still believe that, and when it actually happens, it
Yeah.
will
I think
cause devastating effect.
I think this, like, for example, the plane crash one. I feel like it's due to the fact like there was like one like person who like started the trend, and then people actually believed in it, and then they started spreading it,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
led to the other people starting to spread it as well, which made it like go viral. That's how viral things work, and I think that was like it's it's so like fake that it's almost believable kind of thing, I guess, if that makes sense. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of dumb though. I don't mean to be harsh, but it is. Don't spread misinformation just for views. Like seriously, come
But
on.
then again, people probably didn't know it's misinformation. The people who actually like
Yeah, no, those
spreaded it,
people
yeah.
are innocent, but the people who are like,
Started it
yeah,
basically.
you're not innocent, man. Do your research. Actually, maybe okay. As an audience, you should probably research. If you see something that you don't think is right, maybe research the subject too. Like if
Always
you
check for
see,
reliable sources.
yeah, if you see some guy with like a doctor's coat on and he's telling you that you should be doing something that doesn't sound right to you or seems suspicious, even if it doesn't seem suspicious, maybe do some research on it and find some actual notes from actual doctors or something, and maybe you'll actually see a good example of what you should be doing instead of that. Like for example, you know the whole essential oil thing. Instead
No,
of like,
actually.
so
Yeah.
a lot of people believe that essential oils can solve a lot of their disease, a lot of their sicknesses,
essential
instead of
oils.
instead of like medicines. Even though doctors have proved this to be false, they
Yeah.
do not have any. They don't really have any effect. Maybe a placebo effect, but that's your body. That's not even the essential oils. Instead, their doctors have recommended you to get help, maybe get medicine, which a lot of people aren't believing because they're like, well, essential oils have worked for me. But yeah, you should do research in your own time to find out whether these sources are fake. I mean, you could do research on us. Some of the stuff we may have said is fake. I have no clue. We're going off the internet. A lot of the stuff on the internet isn't real. But if it is fake, please let us know, of course. We can
Also,
fix
this
that.
comes down to yeah, like comes down to TOK, like getting knowledge, and so with this, it's like even if it's like for example, the accuracy of a news article, just
Mhm.
don't rely on that single news
Yeah.
article.
Yeah.
Use multiple and just have a wide range
Yeah.
of like information. Try to like be a detective and break down, and then try to find the facts out of it.
Yeah, I agree.
And so TikTok's not like necessarily a very reliable source. And so it's like for the plane crash one, it's like this YouTuber called 747 Gear
Mm-hmm.
does like reaction to TikTok videos about like the planes and the accuracy of the information.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like I guess you could like watch people react to things in the internet.
Yeah.
I guess that's why like some YouTubers are like reacting to Reddits, like not only for the memes but like other things.
Spread
like,
actual knowledge, like real knowledge.
yeah,
that's tested with
information.
Yeah.
Accuracy of history or accuracy of stories.
We should give some context of what TOK is in case anyone isn't an IB student, which is a majority of people. So, in our school, we have something called TOK. Probably in a lot of IB schools, it's called Theory of Knowledge. It's basically the study of different studies. So, for
on
example,
how to gain knowledge.
yeah, so like natural sciences, and you're trying to use other sources to give a knowledgeable question and answer that knowledgeable question using that source. Like, for example, a knowledgeable question you could ask is, well, should mental health be prioritized more than physical health? And you'd answer that potentially by saying, well, I think mental health, based on sources that I've read, mental health is just as important as physical health because your mental mind is actually what controls a lot of the things you do. And it's more, maybe not short term, but long term, mental health is more important to maintain, as later on it can lead to a drop in physical health. They correlate. So you could use that. That's an example of a TOK question. I don't know if it's a good one. I just came up with that on the spot. But yeah, that's something you could use. So yeah, that's TOK.
It also like comes to like controversies. For example, like the testing on animals. It's like it's wrong. So it's like question is it like a good way to gain knowledge, like if it's harmful, if like this resource is harmful or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's like it also like such as like food testing.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like before they like people actually tested on humans for science to like make sure like lead for example, and then they found out how toxic lead was.
Yeah.
Or well, that's an example. I don't think it's necessarily connected to eating, but there were other toxins used in the food industry when it was not regulated.
There was
back
also
then.
a lot of issues with the makeup industry. They
Yes.
also put lead in a lot of makeup, and they'd use I think it was bat poop in mascara, which obviously for health reasons isn't healthy.
And so it's like is it like the gaining of this knowledge that is like testing on this ethical?
Yeah.
Like
I
and
mean,
so it's
that's
like with this theory of knowledge we learn of how to gain knowledge and whether if it's right or wrong based on what we know about it.
and what are their main focuses is whether this is something that is going to potentially change. Like for example, in the future, our definition of something like 5 plus 5 might actually be wrong. Anything could be changed at any moment. That is the speed of our world. Like anything could be changed.
Yeah. So today is also the fact that me and Eric talked about this before the podcast, but was it? No, it was someone else. Never mind.
What?
But
Oh, okay.
was it you? I don't remember. Oh God, my memory's
just talk about it
horrible.
and I'll see
The-
if I remember it.
It's about how like knowledge right now. So basically, the idea was that what we learn in sciences right now in like a couple of years could become completely false.
I think we
due to
did talk about
newfound
that, Nick.
evidence.
I think we did talk about that.
Yeah, that was you,
Or I
right?
have a similar memory of that because I
Yeah.
know I've talked about that at some point.
So like basically the idea was like for example, in an atom there's a proton and a neutron, right?
Yep.
Then after like I don't know, maybe like 5-10 years of technological advancement, we find out that there's another thing in there, like I don't know, some random
I mean, we
thing
could
that
use
we
an
never
example.
found it before.
Like an example was
Yeah.
people used to think atoms were the smartest particles. Now quarks are pretty. Now we found out quarks are smaller than that, and I believe there's something smaller than quarks. So
Yeah.
later on, information changes.
Yeah, so it's like knowledge can
Okay, you got this. You got this.
continuously change.
There you go. Yeah, let's go.
I can speak. Yes.
Neely, good moral support. Good moral support.
Thank you, Neely.
Yeah, what do you think, Neely?
Yeah, what do you think, Neely? You haven't been talking much.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I haven't been talking much.
I don't know. It's like
Haven't got
there's
much
just
to
all
say,
these
bro, I'm
topics
sorry.
and you're quiet and then
Okay, well, I mean, okay, let's go back to the TikTok thing. What do you think of these TikTok challenges?
I don't like it. Obviously, it's just not a good thing to kind of just put on the internet.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why, but I don't know why you would think like licking a toilet seat and then posting it, for example, is a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, especially with the whole coronavirus thing going on, and you know it is a real thing, and the fact that people still aren't kind of getting their head around it is still kind of stupid to me.
It
And
is.
it's just like all it takes is a bit of brain power, just a little.
a little
and then-
research, just a little research.
Exactly.
We have the internet at our disposal. You could just look up, is coronavirus real? You'll get an answer pretty quickly.
Well, it is.
also it's like, but the problem is like all this conspiracy theories and like they say, oh, coronavirus is fake. They just want to inject us. That's why like anti-vax people. It's like
Yep.
the issues of mistrust because
The
of a
issue-
lot of things.
Well, the issue is there's a lot of people that, like, there's actual doctors that believe that coronavirus is fake. So you have to question your sources at this point. Like, we have Dr. Fauci, I believe, who is leader of, like,
To
who's leading in
World
coronavirus
Health
stuff.
Organization.
Yeah, him. Yeah. But he's maybe some people don't trust him because they believe he's trying to trick them into believing the coronavirus is real, and they think that some other doctor, let's say Doctor Doofenshmirtz, says that the coronavirus isn't real, and they believe Dr. Doofenshmirtz. So there's just different sources, and personally, I'm pretty sure that coronavirus is real, and
Definitely.
I'm just gonna suggest this: get vaccinated unless you absolutely can't. Like, if you have a disability or any issues or allergic reactions to coronavirus vaccine, don't. But otherwise, yeah, please get vaccinated.
This is why theory of knowledge exists. Comes down
Yeah.
to how you gain knowledge and questioning and understanding, distinguishing whether it's really reliable and accurate.
I know this may be an interesting topic, but star symbols.
Astrology.
God.
This is gonna be my random topic
Astrology.
time for today, and I might annoy some of you guys, but I don't like astrology.
Yeah, same.
Understandable.
No, but like I don't like the whole Pisces, Gemini, you know, all that
Yeah.
stuff. And also it's incorrect. It is off by a month, so we're not even using it correctly. But I don't think using a name to define yourself is something that you necessarily need to do. It's a social construct that we've been using since primate times, but having a name for yourself, I'm a Pisces personally, that means I'm really chill and down to earth, right? No, I'm not. Doesn't mean anything. Different sources say different things. It just depends on what you believe. It's yourself. You choose who you want to be. You choose what you want to be. You can't be defined by terms.
Neely, you seem to have a pretty strong opinion on this. What do you think?
Oh yeah, he has a strong opinion on
Oh,
it.
Oh yeah.
I just don't understand why people believe in it, you know? Like, it just doesn't... To me, it just doesn't serve any purpose.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it matters when you're born. Because when people think that, like, oh, if you're born during these days, this means you have these traits. Or if you're born, like, a day after these guys, you have different traits to them.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it just...
It's just
When you were born
incredibly
to me,
inaccurate.
I don't understand why you get different traits. Because I remember seeing this thing about, like, the people who you spend most of your time with are the people who kind of shape who you are, kind of
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you learn-
definitely.
Because, like, when you grow up, you learn off other people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just the fact that you are who you are when you're born is just, in my opinion, just wrong.
Yeah, I agree with. I mean, the only time it really matters is when you're in 5th grade and you're like, I was born in February, and your friend says, I was born in February too. Then you can be best friends. You know, that's really the only time it really makes much of a difference.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's how you make friends in the primary school. You look
Well,
at each
it's like-
other's birthday.
If you have a dog and they have a dog, you got to be friends.
Yeah.
It's like just
That's
being
how
friends,
good
like
friendships
just find
start.
common things and
Yeah.
like share things about it.
I mean, what's
And so-
interesting? Oh, Andy, continue. Yeah, I'll say my.
So
point
it's
after.
like it's also like a generational thing. It just depends on who influences you.
Yeah.
Like even if it's like fun things like entertainment, it's like, oh, do you guys remember this movie? And it's
Wow.
like this
Mhm.
has like taught you many good lessons.
Yeah.
Like for example, like the Robinsons, it's like it teaches you to like work hard and like just do what you want, like just keep on going and just
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
that's
you'll
kind of an
get
issue
it.
with nowadays. Is there's a lot of media that isn't suitable for children to learn.
yes,
valuable
that's
lessons.
also a problem.
Yeah. Like in my day, I had Scooby Doo and Phineas and Ferb.
Ah,
mean,
Phineas and Ferb.
Johnny
The Clone
Test. I mean, Johnny
Wars.
Test wasn't a great example,
Oh.
but sometimes it
No.
did teach me moral values.
Oh, I love Johnny Chest. Oh my god, I love
You have
that
all these
show.
things that are teaching you, like they're kind of Aesop's fables in a way, but they're modernized. They're meant to teach you a lesson through the use of language and cartoon. You know?
Language and imagery.
Yeah. So I mean, like nowadays we have issues. We have like YouTube, we have TikTok, and every bit of content is accessible to everyone. I could be a 5-year-old scrolling on TikTok learning about these challenges, and that's not going to teach me any lessons. That's going to
No.
teach me what not to do. That's going to teach me maybe how to be a mean person later on, or someone who isn't reliable. well, in our generation, well, maybe even the older generation too. Like we're not even that old of a generation, but there's such a change. In the 10 years that have changed, there is such a change in the amount of media that is available for kids. Like when I was born, YouTube was barely a thing. I don't even know if it was a thing.
No, it was not.
It was not
Yeah,
a thing.
so
It was not a thing.
And now
YouTube became a
YouTube
thing
is-
back in like 2010 when Minecraft blew it up.
yeah, and now like YouTube is the biggest thing in the world. So you can see there's a change in what we have.
Although do remember like the old YouTube blog like icon on mobile phones, the
Yeah.
TV looking screen.
Mm-hmm.
That was-
Yeah,
that
oh
was
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you do have like bad influences, for example, I loved playing Halo when I was like 7. It's still, I like to think I wasn't shaped in a wrong way.
You
Definitely
weren't.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess it kind of links back to the video game one.
it also
where,
depends
like-
on the
Yeah.
people you surround yourself with. Like, I played
Yeah.
bad video games, and I played violent gore video games, but I had my parents there. I had my friends there to teach me. I mean, I knew this stuff wasn't real, and I knew that this stuff wasn't going to make me a mean person or an aggressive person. I didn't overplay these games, so I wasn't anxious or anything.
It's the fact that you like are learned like influences like by others, and also like with this like change, it like messes up the person's like identity, like self, like what they think they are,
Yeah.
and who should they be because of everything that just changes around them. It just always changes, and with that also comes problems with like either like self-hate like grows,
Yeah.
or it's like depression,
Yeah.
self-harm, and
Thinking
it's
you're
just-
ugly, thinking like a lot of things about yourself.
exactly.
I mean, watching like for example, if you watch like a lot of videos with models, or nowadays we have a lot of advertisement of models, and for
Yeah.
a lot of people that may make them feel self-conscious, because they're seeing all this stuff and they're thinking, oh, a lot of people look like this. Why don't I look like this? Even though everyone is special in their own way, and a lot of this stuff is photoshopped. These are not the real people that you're seeing. It's basically just people trying to perfect something that can't be perfected. I mean, the only thing that is perfect is the way that you were made.
It
Even
also
if you're
comes
ugly as
down-
hell,
sorry.
like me, you could still find beauty in yourself. Like, I like my eyes, kinda. But yeah, just find little things about yourself that you enjoy. Just little things, and maybe you can enjoy the big thing.
Like the differences between reality and fiction, because like for example Barbie, and like people actually like plastic surgery to be like that, so I kind of want to talk about that.
You tell the difference between like virtual and real, yeah.
Yeah, and that
Yeah,
also
and you
affects
didn't
the
talk-
identity of oneself.
Just not feeling well.
What?
Wait,
Nick,
what?
what? What do you say?
Can't hear you.
Can't
Kind
hear
of
me.
quiet again.
Oh no, he's quiet again. Oh yeah, when Eric like edits this, it's gonna go to the blooper reels.
Why would this make the movie? There's nothing funny.
It's like I mean, yeah. I don't know. Who knows? Others will find it funny. Others will not. Discord
Can't lie.
sponsorship, maybe future
TikTok makes me
sponsorship.
hate.
We forgot to mention Discord.
We always forget to mention
Oh,
We
yeah.
Discord.
forgot to mention Discord.
We always forget to mention Discord. It doesn't matter.
You guys have a sponsorship now, right?
Yeah, the sponsorship by
Right.
Discord.
It's sponsored by a like button. Hit like,
The like
please.
button. Oh.
Hit like, please, subscribe.
Even though this probably won't make it into the
Cloud.
final
We need
cut.
like other influencers. Cloud. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Well, TikTok
Oh.
has made me hate humans.
I
Natural
know.
selection.
That's why. Oh. It's such
You
a
like
pain.
could have
It's
said
just-
that.
You could have said
Oh, did I?
that.
Yeah.
You could have
Yeah.
you could have said it like when we asked.
So like the problem with like fictional things that's like not good for you, well, like Barbie, like sure it's good, but with the fact of like people wanting to physically look like her, just forces them to change everything about themselves and like do plastic surgery. And so yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, audience, if my mouth sounds a little full. We had to take a cut because my dogs were being annoying, but I'm eating pizza.
How professional of someone to eat while during a podcast. Wow.
Excuse me, Neely. I would
Neely,
like to
was eating
mention
dinner
what
the
you've
entire
eaten in the
time.
past week.
What?
Wow. Wow.
Neely, any other thoughts
I'm-
about?
Yeah, Neely. What do you think?
Yeah.
Before we end it off.
About
Any other-
TikTok?
Yeah.
Anything?
TikTok has made me hate people, honestly, because the fact that we're just stupid. We're just stupid.
I think we always have been.
Like as a species, we're just stupid,
Such
and
a
like that's not
pain.
gonna change.
Yeah, I think there's too many of us. We just
Natural
create
selection.
little
Yeah.
social groups of like issues. Like before we had social media, you couldn't just go around saying, "I think there are aliens making other people do weird stuff around my house." Nowadays, there's
Well,
groups for that
yeah.
because people
We're
can
just
talk
too
to each other
gullible.
easily.
We're too gullible.
And I think a lot of the beauty standards are way too high.
Too high.
It's true.
I know there's like a whole thing with fat shaming and like showing extreme examples of skinny people and showing extreme examples of fat people as like beauty models, but why can't we just have a normal person as a model?
Exactly.
Why can't we have a medium, an average? Like I mean, I think a normal person. I mean, I don't think I look good, but you know what? You guys look beautiful.
No,
okay?
Eric, you look
Everyone-
amazing.
You guys look beautiful. Yeah.
You guys,
look
you all
gorgeous.
look
all
beautiful.
have
Neely,
love.
you look beautiful. Daniel, you look beautiful. Andy, you look beautiful. Get some
Every service I
positivity
need.
in
Everyone
here.
looks beautiful in their own way.
Exactly.
Not
And
everyone.
we're not really
Most
taking
people.
this lightly because they actually are. Because sure, there are like there are like takebacks on other aspects,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of like stronger good things in the other
Yeah.
aspect.
I think. Well, okay. As we were joking around, but seriously, if you're listening to this, you may not think you may not be your own taste, but maybe to someone else you are their taste.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't think I'm a bowl of spaghetti, but I think some people look like a bowl of spaghetti. Well, one person looks like a bowl
Me.
of spaghetti. Yeah, Neil, you. Mhm. So maybe you don't think you look like a bowl of spaghetti to yourself, but maybe someone else thinks you look like a bowl of spaghetti.
Yeah.
Who cares? I think the way when I was like younger, I had so many insecurities.
Yeah.
I was like full on like fat. I was like short. I was that kid who didn't like have many friends, things like that. But like, I think I've learned to like kind of just like ignore everything.
Oh, my parents are here.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Mute.
I can't mute. It's already
Okay,
10.
I'll mute you.
Okay.
Anyways, Nick, let's just, sorry about the cut. We had technical issues. Nick, continue.
So basically, yeah, I started to just kind of ignore what people said about me.
Mm-hmm.
And that actually helped me to progress, like, getting skinnier and, like, becoming healthier, eating healthy, things like that. Basically, I did it for my own benefit, not to please others. I think that's big. It's hard to... It's easier said than done.
Yeah, I think for some
Definitely,
people, some
but-
people might not be able to do that, and I think if you're one of those
Yeah.
people, maybe talk to someone about your issues. Talk to someone you really trust, and talk to someone who actually like will talk to you in a positive manner. Maybe you can't ignore what
It
everyone says
doesn't
about
always
you.
have to be a family member.
Yeah.
Family members
No, you can
are
talk
not
about.
always the best option.
You can talk to your
definitely.
friend Billy Bob Joe down the street. Maybe you feel
Yeah.
comfortable with him. Who knows?
Best friend. Who knows?
Hey, I'm just pulling out random names at this point. Okay.
You know, target
You
random
could have picked any
demographics and
name,
hope they
but-
hit.
But Billy Bob Joe.
Hey, Billy Bob Joe.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think that's a good area? I think that's a good area to leave it off. Oh wait, Andy, maybe not.
It's alright. We can like leave Andy out.
I don't think. No, you guys. We were gonna leave me out. I don't think we should leave Andy out.
That's true.
Unmute me. Okay, yeah, Andy can be unmuted now. Okay. So we'll continue.
Unmute me.
He messaged me saying unmute me.
Sounds so menacing.
Sounds so menacing.
Unmute me.
Okay. Anyways, you guys think this is a good area to leave it off? I think we talked
Yeah,
about money.
that's pretty good.
We don't know everything, so at some point we'll probably bring on maybe someone who actually studied mental health and actually knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Because
Try
we
to.
only really have our own experiences and the mental health classes that we took, which honestly I spend most of my time drawing Minecraft armor enchantments. So, yeah, but
I witnessed Eric do that.
I still have that notebook. Anyways, I think this is a good area to leave it off. So
Yeah.
thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed and love yourself, or try to. If you can't, then maybe talk to someone about it. Okay.
Thank you everyone for
Thank you.
listening. Bye.